Hello YouTube! It's Cleofe again, and for today's tutorial, I'm going to show you how to crochet this poncho. This poncho is similar to the first poncho I ever made. This is made up of two panels again. Each panel is a rectangular panel with extended rows in one side for the neck shaping. Sew the panels together, crochet hip band and side band. Then add a simple cowl and it's done. Embellish some buttons on the sides and it's poncho for the winter. This poncho measures about 24 inches in width and 26 inches in length. And this fits small size. You've just seen the back view. Now this is the side view. And now let's get started. For the materials, I used 4 skeins of Caron Big Cakes yarn in Nightberry color. I also used size I 5.5mm crochet hook, a pair of scissors, blunt needle, markers, and tape measure. And don't forget 6 pieces of buttons. Let's start with panel number 1. Start with a knot and chain 80. And this is now 80 chains. Next is foundation row. Single crochet in second chain from hook. So 1, 2, single crochet in this stitch, and single crochet in each chain across. So finish this foundation row. I'll be back when I'm done with mine. And this is now what my foundation row looks like. Now we can start with our row 1, chain 2, turn, 2 double crochets in the first stitch here. So 1, 2 double crochets, skip 2 stitches, 1, 2, and on the next stitch we're going to do a mini shell. Mini shell is single crochet and 2 double crochets in the same stitch. So 1 and 2. And we just did our mini shell. Repeat the pattern, skip 2 stitches and mini shell in the next stitch. So single crochet, 2 double crochets in the same stitch. Again, skip 2 stitches, mini shell in the next. Single crochet and 2 double crochets. Skip 2 stitches and mini shell. So repeat this pattern across. I'll be cutting off the video and I'll be back towards the end of the row. I'm here now towards the end of the row. I just did a mini shell. Now to continue the pattern, skip 2 stitches, mini shell in the next. I think this will be the last mini shell for the row. So double crochet, another double crochet in the same stitch. Now to end this row, there are 3 stitches left. Skip 2 stitches and just single crochet on the last stitch here. So this is how to end row 1, and this is what row 1 looks like. Row 2. From here, we're going to chain 1, turn, then put a marker on the chain 1 space like this because we're going to need this later on. Then 2 double crochets in the first stitch. So here, 2 double crochets, 1, 2. Skip 2 stitches, so this is what it looks like. Skip 2 stitches, so the 2 stitches here are the 2 double crochets. See, these are the 2 double crochets, 1, 2, and then the next stitch, this one is the single crochet. We're going to do a mini shell on the single crochet. So single crochet and 2 double crochets to do the mini shell. Like this. Repeat the pattern. Skip 2 stitches. 1, 2, and mini shell in the next, which is the single crochet. So single crochet, 2 double crochets to do our mini shell. In the same stitch, this is what it looks like. So repeat the pattern, skip 2 stitches again, and mini shell in the next. Skip again and mini shell in the next. So repeat this pattern across. I'll be cutting off the video and I'll be back towards the end of the row. I'm here now towards the end of the row. I just did a mini shell. And to continue, skip 2 stitches and my last mini shell here. So single crochet and 2 double crochets. Now to end this row, just skip 2 stitches, 1, 2, and single crochet on top of the turning chain 2 right here. So this is how to end row 2, and this is what row 2 looks like. Row 3, from here we're going to chain 1, turn, put a marker on the chain 1 that we just did. So like this, and then 2 double crochets in the first stitch. So right here, 2 double crochets, 1, 2, skip 2 stitches, 1, 2, and mini shell in the next stitch. Repeat the pattern, skip 2 stitches, mini shell in the next. Again, skip 2 stitches, mini shell in the next. So repeat this pattern across. I'll be cutting off the video and I'll be back towards the end of the row. I'm here now towards the end of the row. I just did a mini shell, then skip 2 stitches, and then mini shell, the last mini shell for this row. 2 double crochets. Now to end this row, skip 2 stitches, 1, 2, and then single crochet on the chain 1 space where the marker is, right here. So single crochet on this space. So this is how to end row 3, and this is what row 3 looks like. Rows 4 to 18, just repeat row 3. So I'm going to continue my work. I'll be cutting off the video and I'll be back after row 18. This is now what my piece looks like after row 18. So the last stitch is on the left side. So this measures about 24 inches from side to side. My ruler is a 24-inch ruler. And then top to bottom is about 7 inches. Now we're going to get a ruler and measure about 5.5 inches and put a marker starting from the right side of the piece. Now from this side, we're going to do row 18 from here up to the marker here. So we're going to shorten the row. Row 19, repeat row 3, but this time shorten the row. So chain 1, turn, 2 double crochets in the first stitch. So shorten the row up to the marker. Skip 2 stitches and then mini shell. So just repeat row 3. I'm gonna cut off the video. I'll be continuing my work and I'll be back when I'm near the marker. So I'm here now towards the end of the row up to the marker. So this is the marker here. I'll be stopping at this stitch here. So to continue, 2 stitches and mini shell in this stitch. This will be the last mini shell for this row. Then I'm gonna end it on the stitch where the marker is. So just single crochet in that stitch. So this is how to end row 19, the shortened row, the beginning of the shortened row, and then this is what row 19 looks like. Rows 20 to 58, repeat row 3. Or repeat row 19, the shortened row. So I'm going to continue my work. I'll be cutting off the video and I'll be back when I'm done with row 58. This is now what my piece looks like after row 58. And this will be our panel number 1. So just for a quick measurement, this side here measures 24 inches. The bottom side. The top side measures about 19 inches. Right here. And then on this side here, the shortened rows from here, it's about 14 inches. And then this side here measures about 7 inches. And then the left side measures about 21 inches. Set this aside and we're going to do our panel 2. So this is now panel 2. Let's start with a knot again and chain 98. This is now 98 chains. And then let's start with foundation row again, which is single crochet in the second chain from hook, just like panel number 1. And in each chain across. Now this is now foundation row. Row 1, chain 2, turn, 2 double crochets in the first stitch, skip 2 stitches, 1, 2, mini shell in the next stitch. So basically this is just a repeat of row 1 of panel number 1. Skip 2 stitches again and mini shell in the next. So repeat this pattern across. I'll be cutting off the video and I'll be back when I'm done with row 1. And this is what row 1 looks like now. Row 2 is again a repeat of row 2 of panel 1. So from here, we're going to chain 1, turn, and don't forget to put a marker. 2 double crochets in the first stitch. So put a marker here on the chain 1 space before I forget. And then skip 2 stitches and mini shell in the next stitch. Repeat this pattern across. I'll be cutting off the video and I'll be back towards the end of the row. I'm here now towards the end of the row. So to end the row, just single crochet on top of the turning chain 2. Row 3 is again a repeat of row 3 of panel number 1. So chain 1, turn, 2 double crochets, skip 2 stitches, and then mini shell. So repeat this pattern across. I'll be cutting off the video and I'll be back towards the end of the row. I'm here now towards the end of the row, and to end this row, just single crochet on the chain 1 space where the marker is. And this is what row 3 looks like. So for rows 4 to 18, repeat row 3 again. So I'll be cutting off the video, I'll be continuing my work, and I'll be back when I am done with row 18. This is now what the piece looks like after row 18, and these measures from side to side 29 inches, longer than panel 1. And from top to bottom, this measures about 7 inches. So from here, lay the piece like this. The last stitch is on the left side. Then count 6 mini shells from the right side. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and put a marker. So this is about 5.5 inches, the same as panel number 1. And then, see, about 5.5 inches. Then from here, from the last stitch here, we're going to do row 19, shorten the row again up to the marker. This is now what the piece looks like after row 20. So I just want to show you how it looks like. We shortened, starting from row 19, we shortened the row up to the marker here. So repeat row 3 up to row 58. So I'm going to cut off the video. I'll be continuing my work and I'll be back when I'm done with row 58. And this is now what the piece looks like after row 58, and this will be our panel number 2. So from here all the way to the right side here is about 29 inches. So just showing you the measurements. From here it's about 24 inches, just like the measurement of my ruler. On the left side is about 21 inches, and from this side here is about 14 inches, the shortened row, and then 7 inches here. Now we're going to assemble the two panels together. So for this crochet pattern, both sides look the same. So lay the two panels like this. Then I'm going to fold or put this panel on top of the other panel. So like this. Then fold this side here like this. Now it looks like the poncho. And this side will be our neck opening right here. This will be the front side. Then these two edges here, I'm going to sew them together using whip stitch. And the same step on these two edges here. Sew them together using whip stitch. And this is now what the piece looks like after the edges are sewn together. So here, this is what it looks like. I use whip stitch and this side also. So when you open the poncho, it looks like this. There is a neck shaping at the front side. So what I'm going to do next is, this is the last stitch here. So I'm just going to continue from the last stitch. Just going to continue and crochet my hip band. And also the same at the other side. Then from the hip band, crochet a side band on both sides. So this is the bottom of the poncho, the piece. So this is my last stitch here. So from this last stitch, I'm just gonna continue from here, and I'm just continuing with the crocheting of hip band. So from here, I'm going to chain 2, double crochet in the next stitch right here, in the first stitch. Then on the space, there's a space right here. This is the double or the chain 2. I'm going to 2 double crochets on that space. then double crochet in the next space here, in the next stitch, then repeat the pattern. There's a space again, 2 double crochets on that space again, right here. Then 1 double crochet in the next stitch. So basically this is the pattern. Double crochet in this next stitch. So 2 double crochets in the next space, then double crochet in the next stitch. So 2 double crochets, double crochet in the next stitch. So repeat this pattern across. I'll be cutting off the video and I'll be back towards the end of the row. So I'm here now towards the end of the row. Just going to continue with the pattern. So on the last space here, 2 double crochets. Double crochet in the next stitch. And then I'm just going to end it with 1 last double crochet on this stitch here. So this is how to end row 1 of the hip band, and this is what row 1 of the hip band looks like. Row 2 of hip band. From here, we're going to chain 2, 1, 2, turn, and then we're going to skip the first double crochet, this one, skip this one, and go to the next double crochet post, this one, and we're going to do a front post double crochet. So to front post double crochet, yarn over, insert the hook in the post through the front like this, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. So we just did a front post double crochet. Next, on the next post, we're going to do a back post double crochet, yarn over, insert through the back, insert in the post, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, and yarn over, pull through 2 loops. We just did a back post double crochet. Repeat the pattern, front post double crochet in the next post, then back post double crochet in the next post. So alternate front post double crochet and back post double crochet across the row. So repeat this pattern across. I'll be cutting off the video and I'll be back towards the end of the row. I'm here now towards the end of the row. I just did a front post double crochet. Now there's one more post, so I'm going to do a back post double crochet on this post right here. So back post double crochet through the back. Now to end this row, just double crochet on top of the last row here, or the turning chain 2, on top of the turning chain 2. So like this. So this is how to end hip band row 2, and this is what hip band row 2 looks like. Row 3 for hip band. From here, we're going to chain 2, turn, then skip the first double crochet, this one, then go to the next post and do a front post double crochet on this post, and back post double crochet in the next post. Repeat the pattern, front post double crochet, back post double crochet. So alternate front post double crochet and then back post double crochet. So repeat this pattern across. I'll be cutting off the video and I'll be back towards the end of the row. I'm here now towards the end of the row. I just did a front post double crochet. Now I'm going to do a back post double crochet on the next post right here. Back post double crochet. Then to end this row, just double crochet on top of the turning chain 2 right here. So this is how to end row 3 of hip band, and this is what row 3 of hip band looks like. Rows 4 to 8, just repeat row 3 of hip band. So I'm going to continue my work. I'll be cutting off the video and I'll be back when I'm done with the hip bands. And this is now what the piece looks like after crocheting the hip bands. So crochet the hip bands on both sides, on the front side and on the back side. So this is what it looks like. And this is the back side. Next, I'm going to crochet the side band. So I'm just going to continue from here all the way up to the other side. So I turn my piece this way. So this is the hip band. So I'm just going to continue crocheting this way towards the left. So take off the marker. And then from here, I'm just going to chain 2. And then equally double crochet 14 double crochets on the hip band side. So do 14 double crochets equally. Just for the hip band side. So including the chain 2 space, there should be 15 double crochets to start this row. So up to here. So this is 15 double crochets including the chain 2 space. Now we're going to cross onto the main piece right here. So on this piece, just double crochet in each stitch like this. So each stitch like this, just double crochet. Then when you cross to the other panel, this is where we sew the panels together. So here is a different pattern, but still you can crochet in each stitch. So just continue with double crochet in each stitch of the row like this. So continue towards the end of the row. I'll be back when I'm done, when I'm towards the end of the row. So I'm here now towards the end of the row. I'm on the other side of the hip band. So to match the other side, we're going to crochet 15 double crochets equally on this side also. So starting here, 15 double crochets. And this is what it looks like. So from here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 double crochets. So for rows 2 and 3 of the side band, just repeat rows 2 and 3 of the hip band. So I'm going to continue my work. I'll be cutting off the video and I'll be back when I'm done with the side bands. And this is now what the piece looks like after crocheting the side bands. So we're almost done. Next is crochet a cowl around the neck. So from here, this is now the neck here, the neck opening. So there is this tail here. I'm just going to use this tail to start off my cowl. So insert here and then yarn over and pull through on the tail. Start with chain 2 and then attach a fresh yarn. And then equally crochet 68 double crochets around the neck opening. So starting here, so just kind of eyeball where you crochet, just as long as around the neck it'll be 68 double crochets. To join the round, just slip stitch on the first stitch of the round right here. So this is how to end to join the round. And this is now what the round looks like, the first round of the cowl. Round 2, just double crochet each stitch around, and this is what it looks like for round 2. And this is what the piece looks like after round 5, and rounds 3 to 5 is just a repeat of round 2. Now for round 6, I increased the round. So this is the pattern, chain 2, double crochet in the next 3 stitches, then 2 double crochets in the next stitch, therefore increasing the round. And then beginning rounds 7 up to round 12, just repeat row 2 again, so which is double crochet in each stitch around. So after round 12 of the cowl, this is what it looks like after round 12. So the cowl is increased towards the end of towards the opening. So fold the cowl like this and it's done. So clean up the tails, weave the ends and clean up the tails, and we're done. This is now what the piece looks like, all cleaned up and all done. Sew 3 buttons on each side like this to close the sides, and it's done. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you like this video, and please subscribe.